Hi, I'm Steve Wedge, back again to talk to you about living with Office 365, and today we're going to be talking about realising the return on investment, ROI. So the first thing you've got to work out is what is the return on investment your organisation wants to achieve. Some things are pretty intangible, but others can be easily quantified. So think about when deploying Office 365, what other infrastructure and software licensing can be switched off, what savings can be achieved. That can help help you to get to a point where you can calculate the return on investment financially. For example, with intelligent deployment of Teams, including on mobile devices, the cost of phone calls can be drastically reduced, particularly if you're in a global market. So looking at what you're currently spending on telephony across your organisation, if you can actually get the finance department to give you those figures, you can calculate an estimated saving and give a view on what sort of total cost saving you could achieve just in that one area. And then when you add in the other software licensing, for example, if your organisation has gone off and started using Slack as well, and maybe you're using Box or Dropbox for cloud storage, these are all costs that are duplicating for features that are duplicated in Office 365. So you've got one cost for Office 365, and you can take away all those other costs from your business. So you could achieve quite a lot of money saving. But also, maybe your return on investment is going to be related to securing the environment and achieving regulatory compliance, and thus mitigating any penalties that you might otherwise have incurred. For example, GDPR compliance is a good example where there are some important things you need to have in place. Otherwise, you could be subject to multi-million dollar fines. And also think about how enabling your people to be more productive could benefit your revenue stream. So that's providing you with a return on your investment. The latest industry analysis from Forrester reports that by working together using Office 365, people are saving on average 2.3 hours a week. So those 2.3 hours a week can then be refocused onto maybe selling more of your organization's products to your customers. So once you know what you want to achieve and figure out the best way to go about this, getting back to my slide on business sponsorship, this has to be via a business change initiative. Your business colleagues have got to want to change behaviours for this to be successful. Receiving a few emails from the CIO is not going to make that happen. As I said earlier in my vlog on communications, there are some very good people who are very experienced in the psychology associated with business transformation, and they generally advise very similar approaches regardless of the methodology being espoused. Microsoft recommend the ProSci certification and their ADKAR 5-stage approach, which is about awareness, informing people of the forthcoming changes and why they're required. Desire, which is help people to understand how they will benefit from taking advantage of the changes. So what's in it for them, so that they will support it. And knowledge, providing people with the knowledge to use the new service as they've been introduced, so they know how to change in line with business objectives. And there are some products in the market, such as CoreView, which has great features which will allow targeted comms campaigns to initiate this presentation of knowledge directly to the end users, and help signpost them to resources that will allow them to adopt this new services and change the way they're working in line with your business objectives. Action is the final A in ADKAR. Allow people to demonstrate their ability to change monitoring this using standard Microsoft reporting or more advanced reports from CoreView, Quadratech, GSX, Novolux product also has some good reporting features. So there are a number of options out there for getting better quality reporting on adoption of the services than you get directly from the Microsoft stack. And it's worthwhile investing in those because they can help you to deliver a better return on your investment overall. And then reinforcement, following up with people to make the change journey stick with good metrics. You're able to identify who those people are. You can make sure that the people who are already on the journey get more information to improve their knowledge and skills, and then those who are struggling with the desire, action and knowledge can be targeted in order to get them on board. Essentially, the awareness, desire and reinforcement stages need to be supported on three sides: by the exec, the line managers, and a network of peer group advocates or champions or heroes, as I've said before. And this group of advocates will be your early adopters. These are going to be the most enthusiastic people within your organisation for taking on board change. They can see the benefits of the change, are willing to evangelise on behalf of the programme, and they can support your colleagues by being the local go-to person when another colleague has a question or a challenge. Okay, so that's enough about realising return on investment for today. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about why it's a good idea to define your strategy up front and then stick with it.